Hey guys, welcome to Unmaking a Mess with Darlene Morgan. And I'm just going to jump into this because I feel like I don't need to. I want to be able to express these feelings so that you also get a glimpse of all aspects of who I am. And I think that's really important if I want to be able to relate to others and help others as well. Because I think if we all go through something and we hide it, then we're not able to receive what am I trying to say? The blessings that God gives us, the blessings from other people, even trying to help ourselves. And, I don't even know why I am feeling this way right now, because it has been such a wonderful weekend with my daughters. I mean, everything has just gone beautifully. I mean, just huge blessings all the way around. I mean, from getting a dead tree knocked down to that going well and not hurting anybody, not damaging anything, to my daughter and I getting out there and cutting, a lot of the branches and just kind of using it as a workout, to going to church this morning and hearing a wonderful service and going to church with all my daughters, to afterwards we sat in a coffee shop and we played Chutes and Ladders. I love that my daughters are willing to do those kind of goofy things. And then coming home for a while, and I hopped on my social media platform on YouTube and, did some updating on it. And it just felt so good to sit here in my room and just enjoy being content in here. We went to a movie today because we'd been wanting to see Inside Out 2. The first one we loved so very much, and I don't think you could really top that first one off. This one was really good, but I think the important thing about just going was the fact that we actually just went, because I'm not one to spend money on stuff like that, and especially at a time like this. And it was fantastic. We, brought our candy from the dollar store, and we brought our blankets, and we sat there and we watched the movie. And afterwards we went and saw my son, which was a good thing. We saw him just for a few minutes before he was getting ready to go somewhere. And then we went to TJ Maxx because my oldest daughter, Olivia, needed to find a book bag for her boyfriend. And the girls tried on clothes. I did not spend any money because I really didn't need anything, which was also a good thing. But as I was driving home, like the feeling began to come out of me. Part of it was a mixture of content and also feeling as if I don't know what I'm doing. And I know that doesn't make sense to you, so I'm just going to tell you right now, I didn't spend any money today because as of January, I have to find a job. I have to find a real job. I want to be a writer. I want to, my YouTube channel to really go well. It would be my dream to be able to make money from it and at the same time serve God. I never expect more than, what God feels that I deserve. I just want to pay our bills. I just want to keep living this life the way that it is, with me being able to take care of our home, take care of my girls, help them pay for school, even though they're doing their fair share too. I just want to pay my bills. And the reason why I have to find a job is going to be written in my next upcoming blog. It has something to do with the death disability benefit that we get. Isn't that a strange thing? It's not, it's a benefit. Is it really a benefit that you get it because someone died? It's just a payment because the girl's dad died. But it is ending a lot sooner than what I thought. And so that was a huge shock to me when I heard about this last week. So I kind of been dealing with that, and I've actually been dealing with it really well. In fact, I've told people, I probably should feel more worried than I actually am. But if God has carried me through and He has saved me some really difficult predicaments, from day one that I was born until this, then I want to trust Him even more and more. And I want to show the world and all my subscribers and all my listeners that I, Darlene, am going to get through this. It's a very difficult time for me because it could be very risky. It's going to be very scary. It's not like I have a tremendous amount of debt. I have our home. We have 2 car payments, insurance, utilities. I have 1 credit card, which is, a very good thing, but that's it. And so I think that's kind of sinking in as I went to the TJ Maxx with the girls. And I think even if I had money, I probably wouldn't have bought anything because there wasn't really anything that I needed. I wanted to get my youngest daughter a few school clothes, and I could still do that. Thank goodness she's picky, and so she only found like 2 pairs of shorts. But it's just the unknown. And I'm trying to calm myself by talking to you guys because I want you to see me go through this feeling of anxiousness. I know that if I don't go through some breathing techniques, if I don't go through some prayers right now, I don't actively seek God right now, I could probably go into one of my anxiety attacks. And that's kind of ironic because the girls and I, we wore the colors of the characters of Inside Out 2. And of course, I picked orange because the emotion that I portrayed was anxiety. And it was pretty funny because she was doing a lot of things that, I bring on myself, and I used to even more and more, where I just used to really perpetuate on things and not go to God, and that would cause, certain attacks. And now I don't have attacks as much. I had one about a week ago, and that was interesting because once again, it was a pretty decent day, but I'll go into the reason why that happened in one of my blogs on my online blog. So anyway, I just wanted to hop on here and share another side of me that you may not normally see, because I think that's vitally important. I think even, the best, YouTube people, the ones that have their channels, unless you're just one of those incredible inspirational speakers and that's all you're going to do, and you're never going to show, the other side of you, then that's what you're going to do. But me, I want my channel to be all of me. I want it to be, when I go through times like this, I want it to be the joys. I want it to be the fears. I want it to be the frustrations. I can say this much, I need to decide what to do about the coffee shop, and that is something else that happened yesterday as well. So maybe that's the reason why I'm feeling this, because everything's been going decent. I mean, we can't all have these easy, content days. And I found out from someone that couple of the people in the shop were talking very loudly about Christianity, combined with the Olympics, combined with a couple other things. And I cannot tell you how many times I have reinforced the rule of, we as workers and as team players and as owners should not be expressing our views really loudly, because that's my daughter singing. And how does that not lift me up? Anyway, I just can't tell you how many times I've told people in the shop that I don't want us talking loudly about political matters, religion, about certain things that can really upset our customers or make them feel as if, we're one-sided or the other, right, left, whatever it may be. I want to be the person that just demonstrates a lot of what Jesus, would do. Oh gosh, here comes my daughter.
You okay?
I'm okay. I'm actually recording right now. Can you give me a minute? Do you want to see Clara? What? You're what?
I was featured.
Yeah. Can I finish really quick?
Yeah.
Are you needing something
Oh, my friends decided to go swimming instead.
right now?
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm gonna be back soon because the pool closes at 9 anyway.
Okay.
So we'll leave before that.
I'll probably be done before you leave. Let me just finish this real quick.
They're there.
Okay.
Can I head out?
Yes. Love you.
Love you.
Be careful.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
I don't usually show my daughters, but that was the first time that I continued recording when I was interrupted by one of my girls. And, I don't want to be like shy. I don't want to be embarrassed by my recordings. I've done that before where I just freaked out and I just stop it. And this time I just want to be me. Anyway, that bothered me yesterday and I found out about it, and I can't tell you how many times I've told people, don't talk about that stuff, because I just don't want customers viewing us or certain people in a way that makes them look bad. I mean, if you want to make yourself look bad, that's one thing. But if you're a young adult and you're supposed to be following the rules of the shop, and I've said it numerous times not to do something, then I'm being disrespected. And does that make sense? And if I have rules about, how to go about expressing your feelings, and I've given you options to do it away from other people or, take a phone call downstairs or whatever, that's still my shop and I should be able to reinforce that. And it's not being reinforced. And that's very frustrating to me because I feel like throughout my life, I have encountered people that just don't take me serious, and I've let it go because I feel like you do have to pick your battles. This particular situation, I feel like I can't let it go because it is the shop that we've built. It is the shop that I've created, like this community feeling. And I know it's there. I think it's just the being disrespected that, watch your language kind of deal. You don't want to be that person that's talking a certain way, and I just don't want that done. And so I wrote something on the team page, or I guess it's the messaging platform that we use, that, yeah, I know about this. I know that it happened. I've repeated myself numerous times, and if you want to do this, I said, if you want to have your own coffee shop where you can say whatever you want, then more power to you. So I was very direct. And I want to say something about that. And I'm glad I'm addressing it now, because I don't want to focus an entire blog post on it. I don't want to waste that kind of time with it, because I think it goes a lot with my recent one about ugly talk, which I've gone into numerous times. I can't go into it over and over. You guys would get super bored with it. But I think, what was I saying? That I know what I was saying. I was saying that, I have not been as vocal like that in a long time, like where I wrote out a couple of paragraphs just saying, hey, you want to own your own coffee shop, or you can do or say whatever you want, great, more power to you, but this is still my shop, and I may not be physically present, but you should be respecting what I want, and my wishes for the shop, and what we should and shouldn't be doing in front of customers. And I just try to reinforce that. And that's scary. It should be scary, but I gotta tell you, I feel like I did it in a way that was very strict. It was me. It was not holding back. And I think sometimes you gotta do that. And afterwards, you gotta feel not necessarily good about it, but you've got to be comfortable with it. Because even Jesus demonstrated a righteous anger with the story of where, the people were in the temple and they were selling things and making all this money, and he flipped the tables because these things shouldn't have been done in this holy place. Well, I'm not saying our coffee shop is a holy place. I'm saying, look, I want it run a certain way. You don't see other coffee shops where people are talking blatantly and loudly about things and expressing certain opinions as workers. So anyway, do you understand? And maybe that's why I kind of started getting this depressed, I don't know, uncertain feeling, because that just kind of popped into my weekend where I had to speak up. Speaking up is not always easy, but sometimes it has to be done. This is a very random post. I hope you guys are okay with me kind of venting to you, with opening up to you. I don't know what I want to do after this, after I'm done recording. I do know that I need to pray about things. I need to give these feelings that I'm having to God, these feelings of uncertainty, of the unknown, of what the future may bring, if I'm going to be able to take care of my girls, if I'll ever, get the subscribers that I would love to have. And so I would love your support. And forgive me for being too bold, but my Venmo and my PayPal is on there too. I know if you don't ask for it, you'll never know if you'll get it or not. So don't be afraid to ask for things. People do it all the time. And sometimes I say yes and sometimes I say no. But it doesn't mean I don't care. And so I get it. I guess that's all I got. My hand is falling asleep. That's holding my phone because I didn't use my stand. And I just need to get this feeling that I'm having off my chest and enjoy the rest of the evening with my girls, my two older girls, because the other one went swimming, which I'm so glad that she's enjoying her summer. please share, subscribe, tell people about it. I hope I'm creating some content that you can use. I would love to hear from you. I would love some prayers because these next few months are going to be really challenging with school starting and everything else going on, and trying to figure out how to pay for some of that, because not only does my income drop by half, in January it has already dropped by $700 as of this month. The one thing I do want to add here is I get afraid that people judge me as if, well, why aren't you working? Why are you taking money from the government? And I talked to a friend about that, and she said, well, why wouldn't you? I mean, that's what that money is there, and it has helped you go through this time. And she's absolutely right. I mean, there was no life insurance, as some people think there was. We've lived off this benefit, and it was very timely because it came when I could open the shop and I could get that up and running, and I was able to be there without bringing in an income. It's still not going to make an income that could support me, and maybe, I do need to write about that, because you think a business that has people coming and going all the time makes a lot of money, and that's absolutely not true. I'm thankful that it is what it is. When I say it's there for the community, that's what it's there for. And I'm strong, I'm able, and I will find a job, and I'm actually having an interview tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for listening. God bless you all for doing this for me, and I will be back soon. Okay? Bye.